What's going on, everybody? This is Elazar, your host from the Homelink Podcast, and I'm here with my good friend, Jonathan Silva. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Man, good, man. Thanks for joining me. So Jonathan and I go way back, probably like 2016, 17, something like that.
Yeah, 2015, 2016.
Yeah, something like that, man. So it's been a while, man. So it's almost almost our 10-year anniversary, bro.
Literally, bro.
So, man, Jonathan and I go way back. Business. He's a financial guy, business guy. Loves creating things. Loves building leaders. Him and his wife are amazing, and I'm just glad to know them. And then, just when we started the Homelink thing or whatever, I saw him at an event, and it just blew my mind. I was like, what? And it was just super awesome to see him and his wife and everything. And so it's awesome, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Great connecting. When I saw you, I was like, oh, this is pretty crazy. You're the last person I would have thought to see at an event after so long, you know. But that's the power of network marketing.
Yeah.
And networking, you know.
Yeah.
I tell people, it's cool to to know everything, but it's better to know a lot of people around the world that can connect you to people that know more than you, obviously.
Yeah.
So your network is always going to be a lot better, bro. And here we are, bro, over 10 years, and we're still here working together.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. Not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people say that, so I appreciate you, bro. So okay, real quick about Homelink. How did you find about Homelink?
So I found out about Homelink. It's crazy because I already knew Mark, but
Okay.
I didn't come directly to Mark. Somebody else called me, and they're like, "Hey, you need to come check this out. It's about real estate, this and that." And I was like, "Who's the owner?" And they're like, "Guy Cart. His name is Mark Guerra." I'm like, "Oh, I know Mark." And then so I came and I saw it for the first time, and before I even saw it, I knew I was gonna do it. So just because I knew Mark and his integrity and his family and his values and
Yeah.
so I already knew it was gonna make sense. But when I saw it, I saw how I could help more people.
For sure. Yeah, it's so diverse, and it also too, like, when I was introduced to Mark, I was sold, cause that's how I met Mark, through this. I don't know from anything else, and so since I met Mark and met his wife, I mean, like, I was like, man, this is home. And then I got to meet great people like Oscar, man, like, it's locked in for life, bro. Like, it's like, man, this is the great place to be. But I mean, it's about you today, but I'm going to share this, how, not to get too deep into it, but how I found out about Homelink. I was going to confront somebody for some stuff that happened, whatever, and they said they were going to be at this meeting. So I was like, all right, well, we're going to have a talk there, you know? And then I just like, oh, dang, this thing's awesome. So yeah, it was cool, man. But it's crazy. I gotta bring you some stuff that happens to you to like connect you and reconnect you with people, man. So through Homelink, we've been able to meet so many great people, man. It's just solid people here, bro. So super grateful, bro. It's okay. All right, so you and I have been prior to Homelink, we've been disconnected for a while, man. I know that you have a credit business.
Correct.
I want to get into that. How did you find out about that, and what's it about? Tell us about it, because I'm still kind of clueless, and so if I'm clueless, maybe some people are clueless, so maybe I'll ask the questions that a lot of them want to ask.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Pretty much just like everybody else, right? I had bad credit, and I didn't really care about it because I was, I'm Mexican. So I was raised that, debt doesn't is not good. So you want to just pay with the cash. So pretty much my focus was making money and then just paying everything cash, paying the big down payments, paying the big interest. I didn't really care about that. I just focused on making money. But I got to a point where I was like, I was ready to scale a lot bigger. And I was like, I'm using a lot of my funds when I could be using credit or I can be using business credit.
Yeah.
That's when it just a light bulb went on. I'm like, why don't I have good credit? I have the money to fix it or whatever I need to do or to learn, but why don't I have good credit? So I got on YouTube. I started looking on how credit works. I bought a course for $1,500, and that pretty much taught me everything about credit. The guy was doing extremely well. I was looking at his YouTube videos. He didn't have a course when I started looking at him, but then he launched one, so I bought into it. But then I was introduced to one of my good friends that I knew for a while. He was like, "Hey, I saw you're into credit now. I know somebody who can help you fix it." He introduced me to the gentleman, and he was like, "Yeah, I can definitely help you out with your credit." Long story short, he fixed my credit in about 3 months or so. Fixed a lot of people that I knew their credit, and then I was like, you know what? Instead of me going out there and trying to build a company and trying to learn everything on my own and trying to go the long route, I asked him if he had a franchise that I could buy, or how can I buy his whole system and he ended up selling me his franchise for $15,000 with the staff and everything. So the rest is history, man.
Man, that's awesome, man. So how many people have you been able to help? How long have you had the business?
It's going on 2 years.
Oh,
So it's fairly new. We're about a little bit over 1,000 people that we've been able to help, and it's just growing. At the beginning, it was a little bit different because I've never done this. I've never done my own business. It's kind of been more like network marketing and affiliate marketing.
sure.
But it was super simple because now I already have the network and the credibility. So when I launch credit, everybody needs credit.
Yeah.
And if you actually have credit, then you need business funding, you need capital
Yep.
to invest or diversify or anything else. So everything just made sense. Here in the United States, you need credit for everything.
Yeah.
Well, you want to buy a car, you want to rent, you want to buy a house, whatever you need, you need credit. So it just made a lot of sense, and it's a lot beneficial when I see people that they're trying to buy a house and the only thing holding them back was their credit.
Yeah.
And
What would you encourage somebody that's like, even right now, like their credit is bad? Like, what would be the next step?
the first step would be, why is it bad?
Yeah.
So is analyzing your credit.
Why does credit go bad?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways, but the worst ones are late payments. That account for 35% of your score.
Yeah.
So 35% is your late payments.
Wow.
So late payments will drop it. Obviously, if they go into 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, it just affects your credit more. Then it goes into collection. And then, I would say the late payments is what affects it the most. The second is going to be the utilization. Some people are like, well, I don't have no late payments, I don't have no negative accounts. But the utilization is like 99%. So for those who don't know, because I didn't know, the utilization is the combination of all your credit cards, your revolving credit. Let's say you have a combination of $5,000 in credit, available credit. And if you're using 4,000 of it, your credit's gonna be shot because that accounts for about 30% of your credit.
Wow.
Utilization. So the best way to bring that up is just pay it down.
Gotcha.
Pay it down as fast as possible.
So so just because you have that credit, don't mean you should just use all of it.
No.
Wow.
No, because how banks look at you is that they look at you as a risk, as a high risk. Yeah, so banks want to see that you have access to credit, but they don't want to see you use it. They want to see you use it responsibly. So just a quick example. Let's say somebody has access to $100,000 in credit, and they're using $10,000 of it. So that's 10%.
Yeah.
10% of the utilization. So that's perfect, right? But if they're using 90% of it, $90,000, that doesn't look so good. And if they're only paying the minimum down every single month, they look like a high risk. So 99% of the times, you're not going to get anything else available to you.
Yeah.
Compared to if you have 10%, you only use 10% of that. But okay, that's responsible. And if you already have years using it, you're paying on time, your credibility just goes up with the banks, and they see you as a lendable client. So they'll pretty much give you access to whatever you're looking for.
That's crazy. So like, basically, if you have 100K and you're using 90, it's kind of just shows you got no money. Especially if you're doing late payments, and it's just like, bro.
Yeah, if you add additionally to that late payments, that's when you go downhill. Right? It's gonna be worse. It's worse. Yeah. So credit is simple, but what happens is that most of the times we don't understand it. Yeah. So when we don't understand something, we can't use it to our advantage.
Right.
But whenever you do understand it, now you're like, okay, I understand the games, the rules of the game, so now I can win. But if imagine if you go play a game and you don't know the rules,
Yeah, you're just gonna.
there's a high chance you're not gonna win.
Right.
Yeah. So the first thing I would say is education. Educate yourself on exactly what's affecting your credit. Whether it's a late payment, too many hard inquiries, are you using your utilization is too high, or maybe you just don't have any accounts on your credit. Because a lot of the times, believe it or not, it's harder to build your credit than to fix your credit. It's harder to build your profile, to get you up to get your business funding if you don't have no credit cards. One of the reasons for that is because your credit profile matters more than your credit score. So some people are like, well, I have an 800, but they only have a $200 credit card.
Well, why? Yeah.
That's great, but your profile is super weak. It's thin. It's a thin profile is what we will call it. So what we need to do is we need to add trade lines. We need to add more personal credit cards, and ideally get you around the $5,000 or $10,000 credit profile. Have that for a few months, then we can get you some real credit, or business credit. Which ideally I tell people, personal credit is great, but once you understand business credit, it opens up a whole different world.
Man.
Because let's say somebody watching right now, they're like, man, I want to go buy a house, but I don't have the down payment. I don't have the closing costs. Or I want to start a business, but I don't have the capital.
Yeah.
Well, if you have good credit, you can get business funding at 0%,
Yeah.
50 to 100,000, depending on your profile or more. And now you have access to capital to 50 to 100,000 at 0% interest for an average a year.
Yep.
Now you have capital to go invest it, and it didn't come out of pocket.
Yep.
The best thing about that is that none of that is reporting to your personal credit.
Right.
It's on your business credit only.
That's beautiful, man.
You know, so
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so we talked about what are some of the ways we lose credit or we lose that. Okay. What should we be doing with our credit? Should we go be buying a TV? Or what do we do it? Or like, what do we use? If we got good credit and we got some money, we can use, what should we be doing with it wisely?
and the reason I'm pausing and thinking about it is because,
It's either a 50-inch or an 80-inch, you know, TV. That's the,
so what you want to do is you want to go and buy whatever TV you already can buy.
Yeah.
With your credit. And it sounds funny, right? Okay. But you want to buy with your credit.
okay.
Because you want to buy everything with your credit cards.
Yeah.
But only use your credit cards same as cash.
Gotcha.
So because you're already gonna go buy that 50-inch, the 80-inch TV with your cash.
Right, right.
But you didn't get nothing back.
Right.
You didn't get no points, you didn't get no cash back, you didn't get anything back.
Yeah.
And then compared to if you go buy it with your credit,
Right.
depending on where you buy it at, if you go to Costco, if you go to one of these stores and you have the credit card, or even if you don't, just a regular credit card, you still get a lot more security, 100% security on whatever purchase. If you didn't make it in case of fraudulent actions, you get that money back. So your money's not affected. You get to build your relationship with your credit card company if you're using the credit card and paying it back. So that allows you to get more credit with them. That allows your credit utilizations to go up. And if you have some good credit cards, you get cash back and you get points. So that's how a lot of people travel for free. That's how they get, they call it travel hacking.
So my dad does that. Yeah.
So you can travel for free, you can get cars for free, you can get hotels for free, you can get Airbnbs for free. So pretty much, I would tell people, use your credit the same as you were using your cash. Let's say you're going to go buy the TV in this example, you go buy the TV for $1,000, $2,000, go buy it with the credit, and then take the cash you were going to pay with and pay your credit card.
So when should we pay it? Like right away or like 10 days before the...
So there's 2 dates. There's your credit report, your due date, and then there's your statement date.
Yeah.
Right. You want to pay it on your due date. Obviously, that's the most responsible thing. But you also want to check when it actually reports. You get your statement date, and you want to make sure you pay it before it reports.
Yeah.
That way, your utilization goes down, and everything is good. So the more you do that for a couple of months. Whenever you go back to your creditor and you ask them for more credit, 9 times out of 10 they're going to give it to you because you've been paying it on time.
Damn.
So that's what I would use. That's why I prefer to use credit compared to my cash. Even if I have the cash, there's no benefit in using cash.
Really, none. There's none.
There's none. Compared to if I go buy that same TV, and then that credit card that I use is giving me 5% back.
Yeah.
I got 5%.
Yeah.
5% of $1,000. That's gas money. That's something.
There's something, yeah.
So all of that adds up.
Wow.
If I want to go pay cash, I'm not getting any reward from it.
Wow.
So
that makes a lot of sense, bro. Okay, so like, what do you say to somebody that's like, well, I think I do something like that, like Afterpay or Klarna. Does that count as some type of credit or something? Or
it'll count for some type of credit, right? A lot of people frown upon it or they laugh at it, but to me, you're building another relationship. Right? It doesn't hurt to have another relationship. Now, if you have, some people have like, I would say the pride, and they say, I don't want to see that on my credit report, right? Or, I don't want people to know that I'm using Afterpay or Klarna or all of that, right? Which is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's a relationship, and you can literally grow those those Klarna and Afterpay accounts, you can grow them to $5,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
Just like any other credit card. So at the end of the day, I tell people it's better to have those relationships and not need them than to need them and not have them.
Yeah. So no, I think mine right after pays like at 5,000 or something. Right. I remember when I first started, it was like 250 bucks. I put whatever, and then it was like 500 bucks. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like,
And it's fast. It is faster than the average card to increase it, to constantly increase it.
Yeah,
Increase
yeah.
it. So
it does. Yeah. Is
so
it paying on time? I mean, I've never missed a payment on that. And,
exactly.
what happens if you miss a payment on it though?
If you miss a
Because
payment,
there's like no interest on it, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, how do they make money, bro?
they
just bet on the fact that he's gonna miss it, and then they're trying to 80.
now yours probably doesn't have no interest, but the interest is pretty high for the average person. Oh, they have bad credit, or whatever there is the interest is pretty high. So some stores give you no interest for maybe 6 months, but after that, then the big interest kicks in. And then some stores just start off right off the bat with high interest.
Dang.
So it just depends. It's different for everybody. But I personally don't look down on it or say not to get it. I say get it if it makes sense for you to do it at that time, but just be responsible with it and grow with it. And it's a good relationship to have overall.
Does that affect your credit score too, right?
It affects your credit score because now they started reporting to your credit bureaus. Some reported 2 out 3, some reported just to 1. But either way, you decide whether it's going to be a positive report or a negative by pay.
Yeah. What's the lowest credit score you've seen?
I've seen 300s. I've seen 300s. It's simply because again, people are not educated, but they had like over 100 hard inquiries. And people who don't know what a hard inquiry is whenever you go apply somewhere and they run your credit to check it.
Oh, yeah. They keep running that check.
They just keep checking everywhere. They go everywhere, they check everywhere, and they just deny. It's funny, right? But that's how a lot of people are.
Oscar in the back laughing, bro. Laughing, bro.
Oscar's like, wow, bro, that's good. You don't understand. You can't get no credit.
No, try that's time, bro. That's time. We go try over here, bro. Amazon, bro. Nah, that's crazy, bro. Okay, what's the highest credit score you've seen? What's in yours?
850.
850.
Yeah.
That's the highest?
Yeah, that's the highest you can go.
I thought it was like 9.
No, it's 850.
That's a scam. Let me take you to 9.
850.
850. Wow.
You don't need the 850. 850 is like just to brag about it. It's like a.
It's just clout, right?
Yeah, it's just clouds because
bragging rights.
after 700, 780, 700, 800 is the same thing.
It's the same thing.
You're gonna get the same interest rate as the other person.
Oh, bet.
It's not gonna make any difference. Like, you still you got it. I tell people once you have that 800 or you have that 750 plus, yeah, pretty much you can have whatever you want after that, and your profile is solid. You can go out there and do a lot of stuff.
Man, I'm glad we had this conversation, bro, because credit's important, bro. To buy a house, car, stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you changed my mind now, bro. Because most of the time, 80% of the time, I'm on debit. But I mean, why not? You got the cash, just pay for it.
There's no benefit for it.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing too, that I saw the benefit with that is, let's say right now you lose your debit card and somebody goes and takes out 200, 300 or whatever amount for the ATM, or they run it up at a store. For you to get that money back, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna be as fast as calling them and telling them that you lost your card and you're gonna get that money back, because this is your money, not theirs. But if you do that with a credit card, you have the money back the same day.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. You call in.
You call them, they cancel the card, they'll give you another one, and they'll restore that credit.
Wow, man.
Like super fast compared to your own money.
Oh, wow. And also too, like, what about so one of the things that I've seen people do as well is get multiple credit cards. I know there's this card called the Black Card. I used to want it. I mean, when I first started network marketing, I was like, that's the card I wanted. That's the card I wanted to be. That's the card I wanted to jump on. But I've seen a lot of these cards. I mean, I know you're not sponsored by any of these cards, but what would you say is a card that somebody should get? Like, what's a good starter card? Do you know? I mean,
Yeah,
I
100%.
don't know. Are we allowed to say that? I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a I always say there's no wrong or right answer for that. I would say it just depends on the person, right? Because if a person travels a lot, the card they're gonna get is different compared to like the person who maybe eats a lot. They like to go out eat to eat a lot, or a person that likes to they don't really do much. They don't do none of that. They just grocery shop and they just do like the average. So there's a card for every scenario.
exactly.
So for every person.
That's
So
true. That's true. I do see that a lot. Like in the sporting place, Dick's. Like
yeah,
I got that. They got Amazon.
yep.
I've seen Amazon. I've seen I think Grubhub even has a. Everybody has a
Everybody,
card, bro.
mostly everybody has a credit card.
So would it make sense to use that card in that store
Yeah.
or just
So I usually when a store has a credit card is because they're giving you a lot more benefits with their when you use their credit card.
gotcha. Even though you could use that card somewhere else.
Sometimes
Okay.
some stores allow you to use it in other places, just like any other credit card, and they just give you extra incentives if you have their credit card with the store. Maybe they'll have like a like once a month they'll have like a I know because for example Dillard's, right? I like Dillard's. I have their credit card, and they invite me to a they do like these events, the private events where they restock everything, and then they'll invite you to come to the store or to the event, and then you can buy stuff uh, at a better rate or
Oh, okay.
access to exclusive things like that.
Oh, bet. All right, that makes sense.
So, but they have a credit card that you can only use in their store, and then they have a credit card where you can use anywhere.
Interesting.
And so you gotta just look at what makes more sense for you. Some people just they do that, right? I have Amazon. They use the Amazon credit card for Amazon. Uh, so it just depends what type of person you are, and analyze what makes sense for you, and then you just use that. Yeah.
Bet. All right, last thing, man. So, because I mean, this is again, credit is very important, especially home link. I think a lot of people are needing that. All right, so if they get started with you, how does that look like? What's the process look like? Can you tell us real quick
Yeah.
what the process looks like?
Yeah, 100%. The first thing we do is we analyze your credit. We use different things like smart credit or my free credit score or whichever. If you already have an app where we can look at all the credit bureaus updated, then we look at that, analyze all the negative items, and then based off of that, I'll give them an estimate, and then pretty much we'll get started after that. We'll send you a link. You fill out all your information, and then we'll get started on your credit file. You'll get updates as soon as we send out the first letters and disputes, so that way your file is getting worked on. We'll send you an email, letting you know, hey, these are the credit bureaus we're disputing, and these are the accounts. So we'll send you a list of all the native accounts that we're disputing on your behalf, and then you'll have updates once a month.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And then how do we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Jonathan Silva _ and that's pretty much it. I'm on Facebook as well as Jonathan Silva. Mainly, I just use Instagram.
So, okay, cool. Yeah, and then he's also here at all the networking events here at Home Links. If you want to talk to him, hit him up. Get your credit taken care of, man, because that's important there.
And one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk a little bit on is credit. Credit, it's gonna open up a whole different world for you. But when you combine it with business credit and business funding, it takes it to a whole different level, guys. And I'm just going to talk about HomeLink a little bit. When I saw HomeLink, I'm like, wow, real estate is obviously something that everybody wants to do or have in the back of the mind at least. But most people don't do it because of the funds, because they don't have the investment, the capital to go out and flip a house, the money to flip a house or to buy a house and rent it or to buy a house and owner finance it. When I saw the strategy that Mark has with printing money from home legally, I was like, anybody can do it, even if they don't have no money. If your credit is messed up, is not right, we can get it fixed, get it right. Then we can get your business funding at 0% interest for a year, and depends on what your profile looks like. We can do 50 to 100,000 plus on funding. You can use that, liquidate it, put into a bank account, and then now you can go out there and buy a property, just like Mark is teaching us.
Yeah.
Now you got your first property at 0% down. We're not paying any money out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That money didn't come from our pocket. It came from the credit cards, from our credit. It's going into the bank. We're getting a loan. We're buying the house, and then we're owner financing it to a person that needs it. We're helping them, and we're making money every single month for the next 30 years. with zero money out of pocket. That blew my mind right there. I'm like, bro, anybody can do this.
Yeah.
Literally, it don't matter. Even if it takes you 6 months, just the worst case scenario, 6 months to a year to get that set up. But then after that year, you're able to get your first house.
Yep.
And then get another house and get you, I don't know, everybody's income is different, but let's say you're able to get 10 houses and you're making on average $6,000 to $8,000 extra a month.
Wow.
For the next 30 years. It was a no-brainer.
And then you do it multiple times.
You do it
Like,
multiple
that's the
times.
thing. Like when I first heard that, bro, here at Home League, like it was like, it don't make sense, but it makes sense. But it doesn't. It's like it's almost like you can't comprehend that this is a way you can make money for your family. So that's thanks for touching on that, bro. But you gotta have good credit, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You gotta have good credit. So that's the foundation, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was when I understood that and I grasped the information that Mark brought from Home League. It was a no-brainer, bro. I can't even sleep. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna share it with people so it can be the same thing.
So everybody, just hit up Jonathan. The next event, hit him up at Jonathan Silver, like right at Jonathan Silver.
At Jonathan Silver
on Instagram. On Instagram, hit him up, man. Get your credit fixed and get you some properties, man. Join HomeLink. We're doing some big things, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Let's get it, man.
Do it, bro.